Hi friends, it's Lyuba. Today we're going to make one of my all-time favorite sponge cakes, a chocolate sponge made with real chocolate without cocoa powder. I love it for its texture and aroma. It turns out velvety, tender, moist, and still holds its shape well. This sponge is perfect for all kinds of cakes, and in the next video I'll show you a really delicious cake made with this sponge. But for now, let's make the sponge cake. From standard ingredients, we will need flour, sugar, and eggs. Next, the main ingredient is dark chocolate, also a little milk, cornstarch, a little butter, and baking powder. First, mix the dry ingredients, sifted flour, cornstarch, and baking powder, so they are well distributed with each other. Next, we make the chocolate base. In a small saucepan, combine the chocolate, butter, and milk. Heat over low heat, stirring until the chocolate and butter are completely melted. There is no need to overheat the mixture. It is important for us simply to get a completely uniform, smooth, glossy mixture. As soon as you get that, remove it from the heat and let it cool slightly. In the meantime, let's work on the egg mixture. Start whipping the room temperature eggs. First, just until the whites and yolks combine, so a light foam appears on the surface. Next, without stopping the mixer, gradually add the sugar. When all the sugar has been added, increase the mixer speed and whip the mixture thoroughly until it is very fluffy and airy. It will noticeably increase in volume and become lighter in color. There is no exact time here. It all depends on the power of your mixer. Go by the consistency. At the end, the mixture should be thick and fluffy, and the trace from the whisk should show on the surface and hold for a few seconds. For convenience when mixing the batter, I pour the egg mixture into a smaller bowl. And once again, pay attention to its consistency. It is fluffy, light, and the trace holds on the surface for a while. Let's go back to our chocolate base. It should have cooled a bit, but not too much. We need a temperature of about 40 to 45 degrees. If the chocolate mixture is too hot, it can partially deflate the whipped egg mixture. And if it cools too much, the chocolate and butter will start to thicken and it will be difficult to mix the batter. Now we need to combine the chocolate base with the whipped egg mixture. We do this carefully in 2 steps. First, add a small portion of the egg mixture to the chocolate base. This is needed to loosen the chocolate and make it lighter, so it will not collapse the whole structure at once. Gently mix with a spatula until smooth. In the end, you get a smooth chocolate mixture, and now it is much easier to combine it with the main mixture. Now pour the chocolate mixture into the main egg mixture and gently combine with a spatula until smooth. The chocolate mixture is heavier, so it sinks to the bottom. Be sure to reach all the way to the very bottom of the bowl with the spatula and lift the mixture up, and everything will combine evenly. In the end, you should get a smooth mixture like this, which at the same time has kept its volume and airiness. All that's left is to add the dry ingredients. Add them in 2 stages, each time gently mixing with a spatula. Here it is important to find a balance. On the one hand, you need all the flour lumps to disperse and the batter to become completely smooth. And on the other hand, do not mix for too long and do not make unnecessary movements, so you do not lose the airiness. In the end, you will get a beautiful, smooth, airy batter. Immediately pour the batter into a pre-prepared pan and put it into the oven, preheated to 170 degrees, for about 40 to 50 minutes. The time may vary, so go by your oven. Check for doneness with a wooden skewer. Insert it into the center of the sponge cake all the way to the bottom, and it should come out dry and clean. This sponge cake is easy to overbake, so it is better to start checking a little earlier and go by your oven. The sponge cake rises well, and a very tasty, thin, crisp crust appears on top. Remove it carefully, running a thin knife along the sides of the pan. This is the tall beauty you get. And before cutting it into layers, it needs to cool completely and mature. To do this, wrap the sponge cake in plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours. After cooling, the sponge has set up well and is easy to work with. First, trim off a thin layer of the top crust to level the surface. Then cut the sponge into 3 even, neat cake layers. Look at the texture, it's just amazing. You can see how velvety and tender it is. The flavor is gentle, chocolatey, and very pleasant. It doesn't need any soaking syrup, and it makes incredibly delicious cakes. And while I'm preparing a new cake for you with this sponge, you can try the recipes already on the channel, and as always, I'll leave the link in the description below the video. Friends, that's all I have for today. See you in new videos, do not miss them. Thank you all for your attention, bye-bye.